Can Salesforce Flows support reporting on the platform? Of course they can. What can they do? They can flatten the data for you, clean the data, categorize the data, include calculated metrics, create snapshots, and all kinds of other things. Can Flows help you also visualize the data? Of course they can. You can leverage App Exchange components or Lightning Web components to put reports or dashboards on your screen. You can also leverage the data table functionality to put data tables on your screen. And with the latest reactivity features of the data tables, you can put multiple data tables on your screen and relate them to each other. I created a flow here that actually does exactly that and leverages the reactivity functionality of the screen flows to put a total of 5 data tables on the screen. I use conditional visibility to display related records based on the user selection of a record on the main data table. Now, without further ado, let me just dive into the functionality and show you how it's done. My friend Aaron Creer has a blog platform called ReportForce, and him and I decided to exchange blog posts and guest posts for each other. He wrote a post on salesforceproject.com, you can find it there, and I decided to write a post about how Flow can be used for reporting purposes. And I asked him what would be a good use case for that, and he told me that he receives a lot of requests for people trying to display opportunity contact roles related to an opportunity and all kinds of use cases similar to that. I think the difficulty exists here once you start dealing with the junction object records. You know, when you have a junction object record associating one record with the other record, then it's challenging to display the information using just the reporting functionality. So I decided to play with the opportunity object here. All right, so what I have done, let me just show you the functionality first. Let me just debug. What I have done here is a screen flow that pulls up opportunities and shows them on a data table to the user. Now, what I wanted to do is I wanted to show the opportunity contact roles and the contacts that are related to the opportunity selected on this data table to the user, leveraging other data tables on the same screen. We have the reactivity feature now. I mean, in the past, we couldn't do this on the same screen. Now we can do this on the same screen. And while I was doing that, I said, let me just throw opportunity products and opportunity, the product information related to the opportunity also into this. It's a little bit too crowded, but you know, in the end, this is a demo to demonstrate the functionality. So the user selects the third opportunity here. And you will see as soon as the user selects the third opportunity, you see there are 4 tables that pop up. Now, on the left side, we have the contact data table, and on the right side, we have the opportunity contact role data table. Now, the out-of-the-box data table for Salesforce cannot really display the names of the records in the lookup fields. This is the functionality as of today. The unofficial SF data table component can do that, but the out-of-the-box cannot do that. Which means if I were to display just the opportunity contact role records related here, then the contact role rows would only show the contact ID, not the contact name. So to get around that, I have queried and got both the contact records and the contact role records, and I sorted them by the same key and put the rows right next to each other. I mean, it's not 100% ideal, but Mike is the economic buyer. You can be sure of that. Now, Sean is the decision maker. So if you read it that way, it actually works. Rachel is the economic decision maker. And you can see here on this side, let me just put this to the side a little bit. We have the product data table. Again, the product information coming from the product table. And on the right side, we have the opportunity product information. What do we have there? Obviously, the quantity and the sales price for the items, for the products that we have selected for this particular opportunity. Now, here we have the installation portable wholesale. The product family is wholesale. The quantity is 2, and the sales price is $5,000. So, I mean, it's pretty useful information. It works. Now, let's try a different one. On the same screen again, I'm just going to deselect, and you'll see that the tables disappeared. I'm going to select the first row, and you'll see that now this time I only have the product and the opportunity product data table rows. The reason being, this particular opportunity does not really have any opportunity contact role records. So in that case, those data tables remain hidden. So we have the installation industrial high, product family none, quantity 1, and the price is $85,000. So that's the functionality. How did I achieve this? Let me just show you how the flow is built. Now, I have a screen, and on that screen, well, first, before I go to the screen, I got the opportunities here. Just for the purpose of this demo, I got all the opportunities in this org. This is a preview demo org. Developer org, but I limited the number of opportunities that I got to 5 just for this demo. I didn't want to overcrowd the screen. And then after that, I threw data tables on the screen here, same screen. So we have a data table that shows all the opportunities from that get step, right? You know how this is done. This is not really rocket science. You configure your rows, configure your columns, and then allow a single selection. And then here down below, I have the contact data table, contact role data table. And these are actually set to conditionally display. You can see that from this icon. And the condition here is coming from the related action, which is your auto launch flow for the screen action. So we have actually an output that's coming from there, and then it's showing me whether the opportunity product records are null or not, and that's going to determine whether this table is going to be displayed. Now, for me to do all this reactively, I'm leveraging the recent screen action functionality. So I have a screen action here that's associated directly with an auto launch flow. And let me just click into that and show you that this receives the opportunity record variable as an input. So it takes actually a full record variable as an input, and then it produces multiple outputs. So it puts out the contact collection record variable that I need for my contact table, opportunity contact record collection record variable, opportunity product collection record variable, and price book entry collection record variable, product collection record variable. Now, in this case, I'm not exactly sure I'm using the price book entry collection record variable. I'm pretty sure I'm not using it, but I have nevertheless put that out as an output for future functionality. Now, I had some trouble driving the conditional visibility, checking whether these collections are null or not. So that's why I decided to pass a Boolean checkbox value from the auto launch flow up to the screen flow to drive the conditional visibility functionality. So if the opportunity contact record collection is null or not is going to be seen, is going to be determined by looking at this Boolean value over here. And then you have your standard fields, flow interview status, and that kind of stuff. Let me just go into this flow here. So what I'm simply doing here is in the auto launch flow, I'm getting my OCRs. I'm checking whether I found my OCRs and differentiating my path accordingly. That also will bring efficiencies. Now, in the case I found opportunity contact roles, I'm transforming the opportunity contact role records into a text collection of just contact IDs so that I can get the contacts that are associated, right? Because I need those contacts to show on the left table, left to the opportunity contact role. And then I'm getting the opportunity products and checking again whether I found the opportunity products, and I'm getting the products and price book entries here, both. And I'm passing that information back to the screen flow. You see, similarly, I transformed here the product IDs to be able to get these rows as well. And then I'm assigning my outputs to the resources that I have defined and marked as available as an output, and that's going to be passed back to the screen flow. So voila, folks, this is how you build a screen, and you can actually use this screen either using a model, or you can actually deploy this flow if you wanted to on a Lightning record page. You can put it on a separate tab, right? Or you can just place it on the bottom left here on the utility bar for the user to use. And it could actually give you a quick overview of critical information related to the opportunities you're reviewing. Thank you very much. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, give me a like, and come back for the next video. Have a great day.